got it. You got it right now. She be like, you're so perfect. I be like, oh, perfect. Nobody got me.
Hey guys, I'm back. And today I'm going to be doing a tier list. I actually have never done one before, and it took me a while to try to figure out how to do this. Even though I'm Gen Z, call me not tech savvy or tech illiterate. I don't know the terms. But as you can see, I'm still recovering from being sick. Literally not that long ago, I was having a cough attack, so bear with me. I'll edit out all the coughing. But today we'll be doing a tier list. And I was thinking, like, what could I do? And I was like, pop girlies. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be doing a tier list of pop girls and giving my opinions. Some of them are from back in the day. Some of them are, like, pop girls that are still, like, building a brand. Some are pop girls that have solidified their name in the industry. But yeah, I want to know your opinions. We might agree, we might disagree. Don't come for me. Some of my opinions might be controversial. Don't unsubscribe, because I love you all, even if we have different music tastes. Anyways, let's get started. Okay, so the first pop girl that we're going to be talking about, it took me a while to come up with this list. I was actually kind of scared to come up with the list because I didn't know who to talk about, who to bring, because, like, what do you identify as pop? Sometimes, like, you know, genres collide and they mesh and stuff, but hopefully these girls you all consider pop. First one is Chappell Roan. Okay, so Chappell Roan, I just barely got into her, I want to say this year. I've known of her especially because her and Olivia use the same producer, Dan, but also because she headlined for Olivia. I wasn't able to see her. Ashley was able to see her when she was headlining, and then I think she quit because, not quit like bad terms, but like she stepped back so that she can go on these headlining festivals, which, like, period, you know, I would do the same. Why wouldn't you? Chappell Roan, very talented, good writer, good singer. My only thing is that, and I know this might be controversial, I love an artist who is not scared to say what they want and to say how they feel. Especially because nowadays in society, everything is so stigmatized, everything is so twisted to go against you, even if you're saying, like, oh, end world hunger. They'll twist it, and I feel like sometimes that's what media does to her, to Chappell Roan. But sometimes I also feel like the little rants she goes on when, yes, you should be able to speak your opinion no matter what, like, no matter how it is interpreted. Like, you should be able to speak how you feel no matter what other people are going to interpret it as. I just feel like maybe she needs a little media training, and that's just my opinion. She's talented, amazing performer. Haven't seen her live, would love to, but amazing performer, amazing singer, amazing songwriter. For that, I think I'm gonna put her in up and coming pop girly. And the reason I'm gonna put her in up and coming, again, I don't even know if it's up and coming. I think it's up and coming. I don't know. Whichever it is, that's where she is. Long way to go still. You know, there's a lot of, like, she got a lot of traction. She's gotten huge, but it's about what the next album does that keeps a career solidified. It's about what she does after this big surge of fans, surge of fame and success. Next one is Charli XCX. So don't hate me. Don't literally punch me through the screen. You of Charli XCX when she sang, like, when she did song, but I didn't really listen to her. I still don't listen to her. I know her from Brat. I know that she's, like, literally made Brat Summer a thing, just like Megan made Hot Girl Summer a thing. On tour right now with Troye Sivan, the Sweat Tour. And for that, I'm gonna give her It Girl in the Making, because for her to do, like, Brat Summer, for her to have Apple, for her to have multiple songs trending on TikTok, and for her to, like, go on tour, and, like, her and Troy are selling out. The only thing I will say, though, that kind of upsets me is that the videos I see of her, she's always using heavy auto-tune in her mic. Of course, I think that's a style choice, that's a choice, but I just want to hear her sing her real voice, sing live the songs. because I don't think every single song on Brat is like heavily auto-tuned where she needs the mic like to be that auto-tuned. This is my girl, Olivia Rodrigo. So Olivia Rodrigo, unlike a lot of these artists, she's actually, I think, one of the people who's least in the music industry or has the least experience in the music industry. Her and somebody else. I'll let you know when I get to them. She's probably one of the people who have the least amount of years in the game. And because of that, I'm not really gonna judge because of years. I want to judge based on talent and based on discography. And just, I guess, based on my own subjective opinion, because my opinions, so, you know, they're mine. They're not the entire world's. Or they're not even, like, me and the people I follow probably don't even share some of the same opinions in regards to music. And that's okay, because music is that, subjective. It's to whoever loves it. You love it. If you don't, you don't. But Olivia, with her, she's been in the game, like, I think her first song she ever released, aside from the songs from High School Musical, is Driver's License, or All I Want. I think All I Want is High School Musical, though. I'm not entirely sure. But from what everybody knows her is Driver's License. And Driver's License, she posted on TikTok, blew up her career. She skyrocketed. And that song took her to the next level. That first single took her to the next level. And then Deja Vu, and then Good For You. Like, all these songs. And then Sour. Like, people titled her the Bridge Queen. Because every song she did, when she had a bridge, it ate. It ate. Favorite Crime. My favorite bridge of all time. Traitor. Like, these bridges, they're just so good. And then Guts came out. And at first I was confused. I was like, why is the name Guts? But she says she likes 4-letter words, especially words that have different meanings and words that can be used in different ways. Something I want Olivia to do is to kind of stray away from the purple, because you're just like, Sour is very youthful with the light purple, lilac, lavender, and then Guts is more dark purple, deeper. And I'm just like, okay, so is the next album just gonna be like a deep purple? Like a deeper purple until we get to like literally a black album cover? Like, I don't know. But I love her music and I love her aesthetic. I love that, like, she's girly but she's also like edgy. She gives me like a young Avril Lavigne vibe. I'll put her in It Girl in the Making, because I don't think she's like queen level yet. She can get there, but she's only had 2 albums. And she's only like been in the game for a little while, so she still has a lot of room to grow, a lot of room to expand. The next one we're gonna do, Billie Eilish. So, Billie, I loved her, like, when she first came out in 2016. I was 16 years old. She was like, what, 14, 13? Or like, I think, yeah, 14. I loved her EP. I literally would, like, my favorite song on the EP is Watch. Literally love that song so much. But I fell off on her second album. I kind of crept back on the third album with Happier Than Ever, with all these other songs. But then Hit Me Hard and Soft is what really got me into Billie. Like, Hit Me Hard and Soft, like, every single song on there, I don't know if it's just the place I'm at in my life right now, but every song on there hits for me. Like, every single song on there. There's not a song that I listen to or that begins, like, that starts, that I skip. Especially now that I'm seeing her in concert. And I got the tickets when they first came on sale before the album came out. So I was like, I really hope I like this album. And I did. I love this album. It's probably one of my favorite albums of this year. I'm gonna put Billie in Superior Queenship. Because, and I know this is controversial because she hasn't been in the music industry a long time as well. So, I mean, I want to say it's gonna be 10 years. So yeah, she's been in the industry for a while. 10 years. I just forget because she was so little. She was 13, 14 when she started out. And now she's like 23, gonna be 24. And I think her birthday's in December. And I love her music. I love her aesthetic. People who say that she whispers clearly don't know singing, clearly don't know vocalizations, clearly don't know that she's not whispering, it's literal elite breath control. Next person is Camila Cabello. Camila Cabello. That's how I say it. But Camila, I love Camila. Romance 8. I love it. Grew on me a lot. I played that song a lot. But CXOXO, my friend Emily was really hyped for this album. Like, I think out of everybody in the group chat, like in the group, she was the most hyped for this album. Like, she was the one that was the most hyped for it. And when I heard it, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of disappointed me. I feel like she was trying to do something that Charli would do, but it didn't work. For experimentation, and I'm all for figuring out something different, getting into a new lane, but sometimes it doesn't work. And I don't think this one entirely worked. And that's okay. That's okay, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody is going to eat in every single genre. But I'm glad that she did this like experimental album, and that hopefully she sees like, maybe if she wants to keep this sound, if she pulls a little bit from it, but mixes it with what she's really good at and what she's really like, what she can really hone in and harness. And that's from her past albums. Like, that is her sound. Not saying that she can't experiment, but if she just pulls from each genre and make it her own, I think it'll eat. Oh, and I know you guys are gonna literally scream. I'm gonna put her at Just Isn't There Yet. Because trust me, I think that she's there, but I think she kind of went from here and the experimentation kind of took her off a little bit. I still love her though. My Latina representation. Next person is Tate McCrae. So I didn't really know. I literally listened to a couple of songs of Tate McCrae before she got big, like before Greedy blew up, and I didn't realize it was Tate McCrae when I heard Greedy. I was like, oh, who is this artist? And then one day I was looking on my phone and I was like, oh, I have her song on my playlist. It didn't connect the dot. Like, the dots weren't connecting. Now that I know who Tate McCrae is, and now that It's Okay, I'm Okay came out, and she's on tour, I think that she's for sure more of a performer than a vocalist. She has good vocals. I will say she has amazing vocals, but I feel like she's more of a performer. Because she comes from that dance background, she gives it and gives it and gives it. And her vocals are good, but she does heavily rely on backtrack because she's giving it her all in the performance. And that's okay. Artists use backtrack. And I like that she utilizes it because she's giving so much of herself in her performance. And because of that, and because it's mainly a performance, not like a vocal performance combination, it's mainly like a boom, I'm gonna give it to you and I'll give you vocals here and there. I'm gonna put her at up and coming pop girly. I know she's above Camila, and I know that's controversial in itself, but I think with Tate, she gives us something that a lot of people aren't giving right now, that we need in pop, which is the dance. She just has to strengthen her vocals when she's dancing at the same time, and she'll get there. But she has that dance aspect. She has that attitude, that star quality, that presence that you look for. And that's why I'm putting her in up and coming. And you are, no questions asked, she's a queen. Ariana Grande, okay. I know she can be controversial. It can be controversial with when she tanned really, really dark, when people were saying that she was Asian fishing. And while I literally am the kind of person that will hold artists accountable, I understand where everybody's coming from when it comes to that, because one, I'm not black, two, I'm not Asian, so I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, like, that's how you felt, but other people felt it wasn't. Because if you felt that way, if one person felt that way, that's all it takes for you to hold somebody accountable for their actions. So address every situation, and I think that because of that, it just makes me love her even more. And she's talented. She's literally such a good singer. Maybe not dancer. You know, she could Vogue. Vogue is where she's at. Vogue is her thing. You know, Yes and Be Alright, like those songs where she's voguing. Chef's kiss. Her album, Eternal Sunshine, chef's kiss. Again, literally every single Positions, My Way, like Thank You Next, Dangerous Woman. All these albums are so good. All good, no skip. One of my favorite songs from Ariana Grande is Always Is Never Enough. That song, like, just gives me something, scratches me in my head. Like, it just, literally, it makes me, like, want to, like, blow up. And so, because of that, because of her discography, because of where she originates from, Broadway, and because she's Glinda in Wicked, Glinda, and then later Glinda in Wicked, she's a queen. She's a queen. She solidified herself in the queen status. Next, Normani. Should I just move her first before I continue? I'm gonna move her. Okay. Literally, don't punch me in the face. The reason I put her in Get a New Team is, you probably can all understand, dopamine. I literally would rant to my friends about this. She set out her, she put out her album cover for Dopamine, didn't give us a date, and then her first single from Dopamine came out like a month or 2 months after she gave us the cover. We forgot about you. We forgot that even the cover existed. If it wasn't for gay Twitter and other people literally putting just a black toy instead of the rocket, they edited a black toy. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you've seen the picture, you've seen the picture. A black toy above, like, above the rocket, so you're sitting on the toy. And that meme traveled and went viral, we would have forgotten your cover existed. It makes me very passionate and very angry that her team isn't giving her what she deserves. Motivation 8. Like, literally. And then her literally Dancing with a Stranger 8. Song with Cardi B. Her song with Cardi B 8. But I'm forgetting these titles because her team doesn't know how to keep her relevant. Her team doesn't know how to push her into these audiences, into these areas and sectors of music. They don't know. Like, she's a pop girl through and through, R&B also, but pop girl through and through, dancing. She gave us back dancing and singing in a music video and live. Like, you know what I mean? And Tate McCrae's taking her spot. Like, Tate McCrae's taking that title. But Normani is the one who brought it back. Normani is the one who was like, I'm gonna do this in Motivation. Even though she didn't like Motivation, she still put it out. And it ate. Next one. Christina Aguilera. My Ozempic queen. My Ozempic queen. It's not, and I'm not saying that as in I'm not saying that derogatory. I'm saying that, like, yes, queen. Because, girl, I'm contemplating too. Let's be honest. We've all contemplated once or twice. I'm gonna put her at, because of her discography, I'm gonna put her at Superior Queenship. Because of Burlesque, because of her discography, because of Genie in a Bottle, because of Beautiful, because of all these songs, because of Lady Marmalade. I'm gonna put her there. I'm gonna put her there because she deserves it. Because she is that girl. Like, she is that girl, and I will say she's that girl. Next, Britney Spears. This is easy. Another one, Superior Queen shit. Because her discography, the way she carries herself. Okay, I know that we're talking about, like, many mental breakdowns later. We're talking about her finally getting out of her conservatorship after, like, post-book. Like, all that stuff. I think she's off social media for a while too. I haven't kept up with her. I just know that everything she's been through and that she's come out on the other side, and that, like, she's a very hurt individual, and she's been damaged, and hopefully she's on the path to healing, and because of that, because of everything she's put out, I'm giving her the queen title, the queen status. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is Chloe Bailey. So at first I was thinking, should I do Chloe Bailey and Halle Bailey? But I think Halle Bailey is more of an R&B girl, even though I think Chloe's R&B as well. But I think right now Chloe gives me more pop, more pop vibes than Halle does. So I'm gonna put her in Up and Coming Pop Girl. I'm gonna put her in Up and Coming Pop Girly. Because the song Booty So Big, Mercy, That song was really good. But after that, I didn't even know she released another album. You know what I mean? I kind of even want to put her like in between this, but I'm going to put her in up and coming pop girly because she has made like a stamp on the music industry. She has made like a boom. Like, you know, like when you think of Chloe Bailey, you think of her and Halle, but you think of her solo career as well. So because of that, I'll put up and coming pop girly. Next, we have a couple of girls in this, like, here. Next, I'm gonna do Rihanna, and we already know where she goes. We already know. Model, makeup guru, entrepreneur. Like, literally, she's a queen. Artist, singer, songwriter, mother of two. Mother, wife, or girlfriend. Partner, significant other, partner. She is literally has shaped culture in so many ways. She has shaped culture. She has changed makeup. She was one of the brands that she came out with 40 or more shades of foundation, her first drop. That changed the game. After that, other companies and brands were like, oh my god, we need to do the same. So they did the same. She has literally shifted culture. Because of that, she is a queen. She gets the queen status. And her music alone, I need another album. If you're watching, or if somebody who knows her, show her this. Next. Okay. Taylor Swift. I'm not the biggest fan of her. I will say, I'm not the biggest fan of Taylor Swift. I'm not the biggest fan of Taylor Swift. And that's okay. You don't have to be a fan of everybody. I have friends who are huge fans of Taylor, and that's valid. But because I'm not a fan of her, but I can still give flowers where flowers are due. I will put her in queen, superior queen. Because the Eras Tour, I will admit, I didn't go, but the Eras Tour concept, that ate down. And I will say, like, a lot of her music still hits, even from her country days. One of my favorite songs from her is Our Song. That's one of my favorite songs from Taylor Swift, Our Song. That's like, that song literally eats how many years later? Like, probably 10 plus years later. But yeah. So because of that, even though I'm not her biggest fan, not that I'm an anti, not that I'm like an anti-Swiftie or a Taylor hater, she's just not my vibe, or not my kind of music, but that's okay. You can arrest me if you want to. I will gladly go to jail for not liking that. Let me rephrase. I'll gladly go to jail. But I can give her her flowers. And because of that, she's a superior queen. Period. Selena. Okay, this is another person where I have to give her queen status because, one, her discography eats. I need her to go back to Selena and the Scene, though. Selena and the Scene ate. Like, if y'all know, y'all know. Selena and the Scene were it when it first was happening. When it first was happening, they were it. I think she's the best vocalist. Probably not. But, that's okay, because you don't have to be like the best vocalist to have an impact. Many artists say that. You don't have to do vocal acrobatics and do riffs and runs and hit whistle notes and hit the lowest of lows like Jasmine Sullivan to have an impact on somebody's life. As long as you have pitch, rhythm, and you can carry a note, and you have a story and you write a good song, you can impact somebody. You have the potential to impact people. And she did. She impacted people with not only that, her contributions, her story, her journey, her strength, her resilience, her diligence. She's the kind of person that's like, oh, if I'm big and famous, I don't have to like worry about the people that are in a lower tax bracket than me. No, she cares about everybody. And because of that, she gets the queen status. Sabrina Carpenter. This is easy. I'm gonna put her in Get Her New. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put her in It Girl in the Making. Literally, if Julie, if you're watching, don't kill me for making that joke. Julie would literally have my neck with that joke. But no, I love Sabrina. I wasn't a big fan of her albums. Not because I didn't like them, but because I just wasn't listening. But after Emails I Can't Stand, which even she considers like her debut album, even though she's been making albums before that. But because that album had such an impact, it was like a big break for her. Like, she was like, period, this is my album. And then Short and Sweet came out. Another no-skip album. I feel like Hit Me Hard and Soft and Sweet and Short, like, they fight each other on what album I love the most. Like, they're just like up and down because they're both such good albums. My top 3 on Short and Sweet, Juno, in order. Juno, Bad Cam, and Good Graces. Those are my top 3. My top 3 from Hit Me Hard and Soft, if you guys are wondering, is L'amour de ma vie, The Greatest, and Chihiro. Top 3. Ugh, immaculate. And I'm so excited to see Billie. Hopefully I get to see Sabrina. I know Julie and Ashley are. And we're trying to get tickets for another date in LA. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we get that ticket. Get those tickets. Next, Beyonce. Easy. And this is like in no order. This is not like, oh, Beyonce is like, or like wherever they are, that's how they're ranked. No, this is just, the category is the category. And Beyonce is the category. I would like to thank Beyonce for giving me this opportunity and this platform. If you get it, you get it. Her discography speaks for itself. Destiny's Child speaks for itself. Beyonce speaks for herself. Like, her contributions to the gay community, to the black community, to women, to artists, to performers. She literally is that girl. There's like nothing right now, unless proven otherwise tomorrow, that I could say negative about Beyonce, other than she stayed with Jay-Z. Oop, I said it. Anyways.
Oh, anyway, last week.
Mariah Carey. Okay. I'm gonna put her in Superior Queen because she's another impact on our culture. If she were to come out with another album, do I think it would chart? Maybe not. But I can acknowledge that she is an amazing an amazing singer. I was gonna say performer. She doesn't really perform. She stands there and then she has people dance behind her, I think, yeah. But she's a girl who knows what she wants. Like when she said, "Stop singing my note," she ate with that. But because of like emotions, because of fantasy, "Always Be My Baby," we don't belong, we belong together. Like all these songs, like those songs she did with Miguel, like literally all these songs, she solidified herself as a queen. She literally does interviews sitting in lingerie on a couch. Like who else can do that? Who else? I don't even think if Beyonce did that, we'd be like, Beyonce, are you okay? Like, we love it, but like, this is not you. But Mariah Carey, this is Mariah Carey. Like, this is literally her. So I support it. She's a queen in my books. Yeah, I don't want to talk about her vocals now because that's in a whole other conversation. Celine Dion, like, there's nothing that you can say, like, she is a queen. I understand the whole controversy about her and her husband, age gap relationship, and apparently, like, he knew her when she was a minor, but they didn't have their first kiss till she became 18, I think, or till she became 20, and stuff like that. And, you know, I don't want to speak about that because I think he passed away. He's gone, so I don't want to speak about that. I don't want to speak ill of the deceased, but I love her, and her story, especially now, makes me extremely emotional because she has stiff person syndrome, and not that I have somebody in my family who has that, but I have somebody in my family who's going through something similar, and it just touches on my heartstrings to see Celine's journey, and how she can sing for the Olympics when I don't know how many months ago she was saying she couldn't hit a note. She couldn't sing her old songs because it would stiffen up her throat. It just gives me so much hope and motivation that if somebody can do that and sing like that again at the Paris Olympics on top of the Eiffel Tower, I think you can do anything you put your mind to, because she literally did. Of course she had the resources, she had the resources, she had the money, she had the team to build and to get her there. Not everybody has that. So I can acknowledge that as well. I can acknowledge that. Next, my girl, Make Me Sweat. So I'm gonna put her in A Girl in the Making. Yes, It Girl in the making. Because, okay, for me, the difference between It Girl in the making and up and coming pop girly is this. One, do you have, in my opinion, right now, that spark, that oomph, that, like, not the drive, because trust me, a lot of the girls have the drive, but do you have that, like, just, it's for me personally, because some people can switch up anything here, but for me, Tyla has everything. Tyla has the voice, Tyla has the rhythm, the presence, the style. It's like, her branding is amazing. I will nitpick with her though, that I don't think, like, she should have went on tour, or she should have announced a tour, or she's just gonna cancel it and then never talk about it ever again. Anyways, last but not least, and I mean last, actually last but not least because of her impact, but she's last for a reason. I'm gonna put her in, okay, I can't put her in It Girl or up and coming pop girly. I want to so badly put her in Get a New Team. Because, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna put her in Get a New Team. I will acknowledge her discography and that it's literally legendary and that it's amazing. Like, in the 2010s or 2015 and lower. But the stuff that she's been coming out from the past almost 10 years hasn't been what I've expected or what I like. And I think 143 is her trying to bring back her old sound, and it just isn't working. And that's okay. Sometimes it doesn't work. But another issue I have with her, which is why I put her in Get a New Team, she needs to get a new team, because why are you working with Dr. Luke? Yeah, that's the biggest reason that I put her down there, is because why are you working with Dr. Luke? That just rubs me the wrong. So that's my ranking. Literally, majority are in queen stuff. Literally, majority are in the queen status, and then I have some in It Girls, I have some in Up and Coming, I have one in Just Isn't There Yet. She could get there. She could get there. She's been there. She just she's slipping a little bit. And then I have two in Get a New Team for valid reasons. For two very different but very valid reasons. And that's my ranking, you guys. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if I should do other tier lists. I was thinking of doing R&B girls. I was thinking of doing girl groups. Whether that's K-pop and global groups combined, or individual, like K-pop and then do global differently. And then I wanted to do a different, like, because there's not that many male artists, I wanted to do a male artist tier ranking, whether it's pop and R&B, rap, all that kind of stuff, because there's not that many male artists, so I can't really, it'll be like 5 if I do pop, 3 if I do R&B, like that I know of. Obviously you can give me suggestions. I like when you guys are able to give me suggestions, and I like when you guys contribute to this channel. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I will see you next time, hopefully Friday. Bye. Wish me luck in recovering, but bye.